I'm extremely glad that you decided to join me today. It's time now for our 9 for 9 with me, Pastor Carzadean. Come on in, let's get started. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you, and you. How are you this morning? We're hoping and praying that things are going well with you. You know, last time we talked, the conversation went something like this. What if they say no? What if the answer to something you've been thinking about for a long time, something you've been working towards getting, something you've had your hopes and your dreams up about, what if they say no? And we found out that it's okay if they say no. Well, this morning, I want you to know there's a time to say no. Somebody think about that this morning. There is a time to say no. And we're going to flip the script from what if they say no to there is a time to say no. You know, I have to think that one of the main reasons that we can say no or should say no sometimes is, first of all, for self preservation. You know, many times we take on so many things. We're doing this task and we're doing that task. We're working full time jobs and part time jobs. We're raising children. We're seeing about our household and our spouses. You know, there is a time to say no. And then with all of that, we're running ministries, we're running businesses. And listen, everybody is always asking you. You know, there is a time that you can say no. You can say no. And you can make sure that you take care of yourself first. You know, if you don't take care of yourself, you'll stop saying yes to too many people because you won't even be able to say yes to yourself. There is a time to say no. That thing about self preservation, I had to learn that. I would do this and I would do that, and I still do sometimes, according to my husband. But you know, I've learned to scale back some. I've learned to take a moment. Keep a calendar. Look at that calendar before you commit. You know, many times we're just in such a hurry to help someone, to commit to doing things, to commit to this thing on the job, that thing on the job. Someone is calling us from the church. Someone is calling us in our family. We need this, we need that. But you need to stop sometimes, look at that calendar, and make sure that you don't double book. Oh my goodness, I've done that sometimes in the past. Overbooked myself, and then I found myself well spent, worn out, about to lose it, and not being able to do the things that I needed to do with the level of quality that I needed to do them. So you see, there is a time to say no. Other reasons we might say no, you're just not led to say yes. Don't be so quick to jump in and say yes, not even thinking about what it is you were just asked. You know, sometimes when we're asked to do certain things, we may be uncomfortable doing those things. So we need to really stop and take a moment before we just open our mouths and say yes. Maybe this is one of those times I need to say no. Someone may ask you to accompany them somewhere. You've never been there, and you think about it. You get to a place where you know you're not fitting in. You're not comfortable being there. Hey, I taught my daughter this thing right here as I raised her, as she grew up. You can always say, I changed my mind. That's one of those times when you've already said yes and you discover that that yes is taking you down a road that's not comfortable, that yes may find you in a place that you know you shouldn't be in, that yes may find you in a place that's going to compromise your very integrity, compromise even your real relationship with Him who is able to keep us from falling, hey, that's one of those times when it's okay to say no. And look, I'm trying to let you know, hey, remind you that even if you said yes, I don't care how far down the road you go. Jolene, I've always told her, I don't care how far you've committed. When you realize that it's not where you should be, what you should be doing, it's okay to say, I changed my mind. And that I changed my mind sometimes becomes a no. 2 Timothy again reminds us of this. God gave us, not a spirit of fear. He does not make us timid, but he gives us power and self-discipline. Well, self-discipline comes with saying no. Self-discipline comes with knowing when to say no. So you see, there is a time this morning to say no. There may be a time coming soon that you have to say no. Just simply no. Some may require an explanation and others may not. Some may deserve an explanation and others may not. But you need to understand that you are not timid. You are strong in him and in the power of his might. Listen, you need to remember this, that you have been given power and self-discipline. Know ye not that your body is the temple? Hey, listen, you have been given self-discipline. Utilize and exercise your right to exhibit, to display, and to act on self-discipline. Remembering who you are and whose you are. You know, parents like to tell their children, when you go out this door, out of my house, you better remember who you are and whose you are. Remember who you have to come back home to. Well, I'm reminding us this morning, hey, don't compromise your integrity for anybody. Whether you think mom is going to find out, dad is going to find out, listen, he knows, he sees all. And some way, somehow, we seem to get tripped up when we don't say no to the right things. There are some things that we have to say no to. You know, during the month of October in the schools, the kids say no. They're taught to say no to drugs. Well, let me tell you, anything that will bring hurt, that will bring harm, that will bring danger, that will cause you to be inflicted with pain or to inflict pain upon someone else, you need to know how to say no. So listen, in the season of they do anything goes, not for us. We're going to know how to say no. So there's a time to say no. First order of business, self-preservation. You got to make sure that you're okay. And if it compromises your integrity, hey, that's okay. I'm going to say no. But you know what I'm not going to say no to this morning? I'm not going to say no to this right here. I'm going to have my cup of yes, positivity. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Won't you join me?